Look at him, eating whatever he wants, never gaining a pound, while I'm stuck with the boring special and can't lose an ounce.
How's your lunch, man?
Amazing. Yours?
So good.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Cool, buddy.
Weight loss isn't fair, but Mochi Health is. The affordable GLP-1 source that can fix your frustration with food.
So, same time next week?
No!
Definitely.
And your friends. Learn more at joinmochi.com. Mochi members have access to licensed physicians and nutritionists. Results may vary.
This is Embrace Your Inner Boldness, a podcast about remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. I'm Melissa Henning Frank, coach, guide, and founder of Becoming Bold. I help you strip away the conditioning, reclaim your voice, and rise into the power that's always been yours. Let's get right to it. Hey, thanks for tuning in. And if this is your first time here, I'm really glad you found your way here. Today we're talking again about purpose. Last week's episode sparked a lot of conversation, and I've been really thinking more about how many people are truly hungry for this. And I don't mean the polished 5-year SMART goal version of purpose and not the what should I be doing with my life spiral. I want to talk about purpose as something that reveals itself when you slow down, create, and trust yourself enough to listen. Here's what I know to be true from my own life and from working with so many humans who feel stuck, restless, or behind. People are scrambling and exhausted, and they just want to feel good again. They're asking, why am I even here? What is this all for? And to create good in our lives, we have to feel good. A lot of us are looking for that good feeling in things that aren't even good for us. Drugs, alcohol, junk food, screen time, all numbing out with the intention of feeling better. But all we're doing is putting a temporary pause on the exhaustion and sadness while doing our best to survive. You do not figure out your purpose while you're in survival mode. And you don't find it in rush mode or hurry mode or worry mode. And it can't come to you when your nervous system is constantly tense, when your mind is racing, when everything feels urgent and heavy and all you're doing is consuming. You're not creating when those things are taking over. You're just coping. And coping is never the same as living. Purpose can't breathe when you're in survival mode. Purpose doesn't show itself if all we're doing is consuming. Purpose comes alive through creation, and you are a creator, bold soul. Creation happens when you're taking what's inside your head, your heart, your imagination, and you're making something with it. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be honest. Creativity isn't extra. It's not a luxury. Creativity is the doorway. When you create, you enter what's called a flow state. And when you're in flow, you're intensively closer to remembering who you were before the world told you who to be. Ideas start to connect. Your nervous system feels peaceful. Clarity comes easier. Next steps stop feeling so heavy. And this is far from random. It's biology, energy, and wisdom. But here's where we get tripped up. We live in a world that is stupidly loud with opinions. Everyone has a take on what you should be doing. If you're doing one thing, someone will ask why you're not doing another. If you care about one issue, someone will tell you that a different issue matters more. If you feel pulled toward one kind of creation, someone will say, but have you thought about this instead? And listen, the world does need help in a lot of places. There is no shortage of things that matter. But here's the question I want you to sit with. What if you're not meant to do everything? What if each of us is responsible for one small piece of the bigger picture? What if, when we came here, we each carried an assignment? No, not a job title, and not a role that somebody else approves of, but a contribution that only you can make in the way that you make it. What if instead of honoring that, we've spent years listening to people who told us we were focused on the wrong thing? Why would we listen to that if we know in our soul that we are here to create something unique? Why would we hand our inner compass to people who aren't living our life? If you feel passion for something, if something lights you up, if something keeps tapping you on the shoulder, it's not random. Maybe you chose that. Maybe you didn't. We don't actually know. But what I do know is this: you have to start somewhere. And you can't get there by staying stuck in fear-based, low-level survival energy. You get there by following what lifts you, and by doing the thing that sparks joy, curiosity, or even relief. Because that thing will lead to the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. Doors that you couldn't see before start to appear. And not because you forced them open, but because you finally had a space to notice them. And here's the part that I really, really want you to hear. You don't create from perfection. You create from permission to yourself, from yourself. Permission to try, permission to be messy, permission to not know everything yet. Purpose isn't revealed by self-criticism. It's revealed by self-trust. And self-trust is built in very small ways, by keeping promises to yourself, by slowing down when everything tells you to speed up, by having empathy for yourself instead of judgment, by feeling the fear and doing it anyway, by choosing done over perfect, by choosing progress over perfection, by choosing love over fear, by choosing unity over division, by believing, even on the days it feels shaky, that you matter and what you're drawn to matters too. The world doesn't need you burnt out and second-guessing yourself into silence. The world needs you creating. It needs you contributing your unique talent that only you can give. It needs you awake, alive, and trusting the quiet knowing inside you more than the noise outside of you. So if you're seeking your purpose, don't start by asking, what should I do with my life? Start by asking, what brings me into flow where I'm in my element and time doesn't seem to exist? What lights me up just enough to begin? And what can I create today without tearing myself apart for how it turns out? That's where purpose starts to reveal itself. And it unfolds not all at once, but one honest step at a time, regardless of the naysayers or the people stuck in their own patterns, subconsciously hoping you don't rise above them. Why does their opinion matter anyway? If your soul is on fire for something, their opinion means nothing. So what is all the self-doubt for? What was the worrying so much about what others think for? What the actual frick are you going to do with the time that you have left? How about you commit to a small next step? What will you create today? And why are you resisting? How can you make space and time to be the creator you know you are deep down? Thank you for getting this far. I can tell you're ready to feel the fear and do it anyway, even if it's not perfectly perfect. So until next time, please be kind to your mind. That's it for today's episode of Embrace Your Inner Boldness. If this stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Screenshot this episode, tag me at Becoming Bold LLC, and share it with someone else who's ready to rise. And hey, if you haven't already, take a second to subscribe, rate, and review the show. That's how we spread the boldness and keep this movement growing. Whatever came up for you today, feel the fear and do it anyway. You don't need to wait for perfect timing or permission. You are powerful. You are ready. And remember, the only limit to your boldness is the one you set for yourself. Until next time, stay bold, stay curious, and keep becoming you.